Hey, good morning. On here a little bit late, I apologize. I woke up late today. Let's wait for this to start. Excuse me, I woke up late today and was tired, was up all night, quite literally, just trying to figure out, again, different modes and different methods of being effective and being a good, humble, effective teacher and preacher. So with that, I hope you all are patient with me and you work with me in this journey. Okay, I was looking way back when we started with some of the videos, right? A little bit casual. I told you this was like a new thing for me, and it very much was a new thing for me. And now we have some experience under our belt. I will just say that we've came a long way from the very first videos, and I appreciate you being patient with me during the journey, because I know it's not, again, like we've been saying, it's not an easy thing to go ahead and understand and listen to and take instruction, right? Because the Bible and the Quran is really giving us instruction, and sometimes it can be a little bit difficult for all of us. So with that, I just wanted to preface, I appreciate the patience, but we're going to go ahead and continue, and I actually have some good news. Ecclesiastes is a very short book. We actually have only one more part of Ecclesiastes, and that will wrap up the entire book. So I remember why that was one of my favorite books, and I liked it because you can sit in one sitting, read it within a half an hour, no problem. So that's some great news, and I hope you guys are all doing well. We're going to go over this next part of the Circle 7 Quran. I say the Moorish Quran or the Holy Temple Quran. This is also known as the Circle 7 Quran. We talked a little bit about its origins, getting into chapter 26 today, and this is Holy Instructions of Unity. I won't do too much of a preamble, but while we're talking about unity, this actually heavily discussed the dichotomies that we were talking about between wisdom and folly, and how we want to so strongly be on the one side of the fence to never cross over to the other side of the fence in any way. Like I said, we're all human, we make mistakes, we have things that we can improve upon, but also the way that we're perceived can shift so drastically from person to person. So be understanding of that when we're thinking of these dichotomies, and how to best represent yourself will become prevalent. So with that, it's me talking to me, because I watch these videos back and I'm really talking to myself when I do these. But who all would benefit from it is also great. So all things I've said before, we're going into Holy Instructions of Unity in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Listening in here, the gifts of understanding are the treasures of Allah. Keeping in mind the parallels, I'm not going to interrupt any further. The parallel between understanding and shunning evil, and the parallel between wisdom is the fear of God. So when you hear the word wisdom, when you hear the word understanding, wisdom equals fear of God, understanding equals shunning evil. Okay, so that is the goal, to understand, and it helps us understand understanding. The gifts of understanding are the treasures of Allah. He appointed to everyone his portion, in what measure seemed good unto himself. Hath he endowed thee with wisdom? Hath he enlightened thy mind with the knowledge of truth? Communicate it to the ignorant for their instruction. Communicate it to the wise for thine own improvement. True wisdom is less presuming than folly. These wise men doubteth often, and changeth his mind. The fool is obstinate, and doubteth not. He knoweth all things but his own ignorance. The pride of emptiness is an abomination, and to talk much is the foolishness of folly. Nevertheless, it is the part of wisdom to hear with patience their impertinence, and to pity their absurdity. Yet be not puffed up in thine own conceit, neither boast of superior understanding, of clearest human knowledge, neither boast of superior understanding. The clearest human knowledge is but blindness and folly. The wise man feeleth his imperfections, and is humbled. He laboureth in vain for his own approbation. But the fool peepeth in the shadow stream of his own mind, and is pleased with the pebbles which he seeth at the bottom. Pleased with the pebbles which he seeth at the bottom, he bringeth them up, and showeth them as pearls, and with the applause of his brethren delighteth himself. He boasteth of attainments in things that are of no worth, but where it is a shame to be ignorant, there hath no understanding. Even in the path of wisdom he toileth after folly. The improvements of his arts are his delight, and their utility to the public crowneth with honor. Let me say that one more time. Even in the path of wisdom he toileth after folly. The improvements of arts is his delight, and their utility to the public crowneth with honor. Nevertheless, the attainment of virtue he accounteth as the highest learning, and the science of happiness is the study of his life. So the Holy Koran of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, divinely prepared by the noble prophet Drew Ali. Nevertheless, the attainment of virtue he accounteth as the highest learning, and the science of happiness is the study of his life. So, good. I like this because it really goes so well with what we were talking about with this toil, right? It actually uses the word toileth. The toileth, the folly. And the folly, I had to research, you guys, it's something that fools do. Foolishness, okay? Foolishness. It always reminds me, whenever this comes up, is in middle school, we had our little funny words and jokes that we would shout to each other, and it was never a good thing when this happened, but for some reason it always used to make us laugh when the boys would make a joke or something, or they're going bantering back and forth, and one would shout, "You fool," with a sarcastic, melodramatic tone, be like, "You fool." Sometimes I look at myself, and I would never call myself a fool, but I'm kind of thinking to myself, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I should have worded it a little bit softer or gentler, something like that. I don't know. There's always room for improvement, and then as long as we are recognizing our growth and recognizing where we can improve, that's the best we can do. We're doing our best on a daily basis, and just keeping, to a path, to a system that feels right for us and feels comfortable for us, and it's not engaging in any of this extra behavior where in the end it's meaningless. No, I digress. That word is so strong, and we know how to look beyond now. We know how to see, through to the meaning of things, and to bring out the value of others as well. Something that I'm working on is not to put people below ourselves to make ourselves feel better and things like that. Something we could all be working on. So, yes, I'm going to leave this with this today, and we're going to go into that next part of Ecclesiastes. I have my prayer going on now, so I will be praying, and then we will go on to Ecclesiastes. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will be back soon. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.